Kun Raadiyoo Burqaa Oduu Jaarmiyaa Waraana Bilisummaa Oromooti. Raadiyoon Burqaa Oduu Jaarmiyaa Waraana Bilisummaa Oromoo torbanitti guyyaa 3 jechuunis gaafa facaasaa jimaata fi dilbata akka lakkoofsa Oromiyaatti sa'a 6 PM yookiin akka warra Esterneetitti sa'a 12 PM'tti tamsaasa kallattiin waan isin biraan geenyuuf ilmaan Oromoo addunyaa mara keessa jirtan akka nu hordoftan kabajaan isin gaafanna. Kana malees tamsaasa kallattii keenyan alatti karaa toora YouTube Agency tajaajila Burqaa Oduu Jaarmiyaa Waraana Bilisummaa Oromootiinis nu argachuu dandeessu. Agency Burqaa Oduu Jaarmiyaa Waraana Bilisummaa Oromoo.
See Bloodshed in Oromia by PP regime and Fano. The recent attack in Kondala village in Nunu district, West Shawa region, is a tragic incident that highlights the ongoing violence and instability in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. Incident summary. Last night, June 14, 2024, armed Amhara insurgents launched a brutal attack on Kondala village in Nunu district, West Shawa region of Oromia, Ethiopia, using heavy weapons, bombs, and firearms. The attackers locked the doors of a wedding hall, threw bombs inside, and opened fire on those attempting to escape, resulting in over 20 people being burnt to death and 4 others shot dead. Several seriously injured individuals are currently receiving treatment at Waliso General Hospital. Context and background. Ethiopia has a complex ethnic composition with over 80 different ethnic groups. Tensions between the Oromo, Fano, and PP have been long-standing. These tensions are rooted in historical grievances, political power competition, and land rights disputes. The Oromo people, who make up the largest ethnic group, have historically felt marginalized and underrepresented in the central government. In contrast, the so-called Fano, Amhara, have often been perceived as having more influence in Ethiopia's political and historical narratives, leading to friction and mistrust between the communities. Conflicts frequently arise over political representation and land rights, exacerbating ethnic divisions. Disputes over land ownership and resource allocation often trigger violence as both groups vie for control and recognition. Historical grievances, such as past injustices and perceived inequalities, further fuel these conflicts. As a result, the relationship between the Oromo and Amhara is fraught with tension, contributing to the broader instability and violence seen in regions like Oromia. Oromia has been a hotspot for violence, with ongoing clashes between government forces and armed groups like the Oromo Liberation Army, OLA, and other insurgent factions. The OLA, which seeks peace, stability, freedom, free and fair elections, the right to self-determination, and rights for the Oromo people, has been involved in a protracted conflict with the Ethiopian government, leading to widespread instability in the region. These clashes have escalated over the years, resulting in significant casualties on both sides and further entrenching the cycle of violence. Civilians often bear the brunt of these conflicts, suffering from displacement, violence, and severe human rights abuses. Many have been forced to flee their homes, becoming internally displaced or seeking refuge in neighboring areas. Reports of extrajudicial killings, torture, and other forms of abuse are standard, with both government forces and insurgent groups implicated in these violations. The humanitarian crisis in Oromia is exacerbated by restricted access to aid and essential services, leaving many without the necessary support to rebuild their lives amidst the ongoing turmoil. Armed groups. Various armed groups, including ethnic militias and insurgents, operate in Ethiopia, significantly contributing to the cycle of violence and instability. These groups often carry out attacks on civilians, targeting specific ethnic communities and exacerbating existing ethnic tensions. Their actions not only lead to loss of life and property, but also deepen divisions among Ethiopia's diverse population, creating a volatile environment where trust and safety are continually undermined. Humanitarian and security implications. 1. Casualties and medical needs. The immediate need is to provide medical assistance to the injured. Waliso General Hospital is currently treating the seriously injured. There may be a need for additional medical supplies and personnel to handle the influx of patients. 2. Displacement and trauma. Such violent incidents can lead to displacement, with residents fleeing their homes to seek safety. Psychological trauma among survivors and witnesses is a significant concern and may require mental health support. 3. Security and protection. Increased security measures may be needed to protect civilians in the affected areas. The Ethiopian government and local authorities may need to enhance their efforts to prevent further attacks and ensure the safety of residents. Response and action. 1. Immediate relief efforts. humanitarian organizations should be mobilized to relieve the affected community, including medical aid, food, shelter, and psychological support. Local and international support may be necessary to address the urgent needs of the survivors. 2. Investigation and accountability. An independent investigation should be conducted to identify the perpetrators and hold them accountable for the attack. Ensuring justice for the victims is crucial to preventing future violence and fostering reconciliation. 3. Long-term solutions. Addressing the root causes of ethnic tensions through dialogue, reconciliation, and inclusive political processes is essential. Sustainable peace efforts should focus on building trust among different ethnic groups and addressing historical grievances. International and local reactions. 1. Condemnation. The international community and human rights organizations should unequivocally condemn the attack, calling for an immediate end to the violence. Issuing statements of solidarity and support for the victims and affected communities can help raise awareness of the atrocities and prompt urgent action. Such condemnations can also pressure the Ethiopian government and insurgent groups to seek peaceful resolutions and adhere to international human rights standards. 2. Support for peace initiatives. Support from international bodies for Ethiopia's peace initiatives and conflict resolution efforts is vital to achieving lasting stability. Diplomatic pressure and assistance in mediation can be crucial in facilitating dialogue between conflicting parties, encouraging them to negotiate and find common ground. By providing resources, expertise, and a neutral platform for discussions, the international community can help address the root causes of the conflict and promote sustainable peace in the region. The attack in Kondala village is a stark reminder of the urgent need for peace and stability in Oromia and Ethiopia. The immediate priority is addressing the humanitarian needs of the victims, including medical treatment for the injured, support for the families of those killed, and providing food, shelter, and psychological support to those affected by the violence. Humanitarian organizations and the international community must mobilize resources quickly to alleviate the suffering and ensure that essential aid reaches those in need. In the long term, it is crucial to work towards sustainable solutions to ethnic conflicts in Ethiopia. This involves addressing the root causes of ethnic tensions, such as historical grievances, political marginalization, and resource competition. Promoting inclusive governance, fostering dialogue between different political parties, and implementing fair land and resource management policies are essential steps towards reconciliation. By focusing on these long-term solutions, Ethiopia can build a foundation for lasting peace and prevent future tragedies, like the attack in Kondala village.
Agami ustani taysan